Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sammy Krimstein. This is my YouTube channel, and today we are taking a look at the Coldplay Head Full of Dreams tour. Before I get into this video, you guys need to crush that like button today. Let's get 6 likes on this video. You guys will be able to do that because you guys are the best. And after you've done that, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you guys can know when I'm coming out with new stuff just like this. So, without further ado, let's get right into this video. So, last night I finally got to see Coldplay at FedEx Field here in DC, and it was absolutely amazing. This video, I'm just going to be going over some highlights, the things that I really liked. I would be going over things that I don't like, but I really liked all of it, so there's not going to be too much of that. And don't be afraid if you're going later in the year. I'm not going to spoil too much from the show, just things that you need to know, and just telling you how awesome it's going to be. So, first off, I want to talk about what happens right when you get in, whatever venue you're going to be at. It's really cool because they give you two things. One of them being a wristband, which is really cool. It actually lights up during the show and just kind of to the song, and everyone's just lighting up, and it's just so cool to see a sea of black, and then it's just a bunch of lit up wristbands. It's really cool. But just remember, just advice here, take the little tab out of the wristband before the show starts, before even you get to your seat, because that will activate it. So they're going to tell you, but it's just good to get it out of the way early so you don't have to worry about it later. The other thing that they give you at the very beginning is a little pin, or button, I guess you could call it, and it's really cool. It says love on it, and it's just a kind of cool collectible item that they gave out. And some other advice, if you go later in the year, definitely try to get there as early as you can, because there are two opening acts, and they're both really good, and I missed a little bit of the first one, and I really regret it because I saw the second half of her performance, and it was really good. Luckily, I did get to see the second opening act, and I mean, they were both pretty incredible, so just definitely make sure you get there early so you can see them. So this is probably the one thing that, it's not really a dislike, just kind of very suspenseful. So, depending on where you live, I'm pretty sure they do it same timing-wise everywhere. I just guess. At least in DC, the second opening act finished up at around, I'd say maybe 8:15, 8:30. So, I expected Coldplay to be out maybe like right when she finished. But we had to wait a whole maybe 45 to 30 minutes. And it was just so stressful because we just didn't know when it was going to come. And actually, it was really cool in DC because while we were waiting, people just started to wave. And I'll put a video up here right after I finish talking about it. But it was pretty cool just to see what all the fans can do just before it starts, just by themselves. So, if you're waiting and it's suspenseful, try to have some fun with it and do the wave or something. So this is the only thing that I think I'm going to spoil for you.
Take two.
So this is going to be really the only thing I'm going to be spoiling for you guys if you're going. And it's at the very beginning when you're waiting just for Coldplay to come out, doing the wave or whatever you're doing. This weird opera music starts to come on, and it's kind of takes you by surprise maybe. But it ends up being really cool, and it just, trust me, you might think you went to the wrong concert for a few seconds, but you didn't. It ends up being definitely one of the coolest live intros I've ever seen. Another thing I want to talk about is the energy that Coldplay actually brought to the performance, and I loved it because it was just, you could tell how passionate they were. Chris Martin, the lead singer, it was pretty incredible to watch because he was running up and down the stage. I mean, not just running, he was sprinting, jumping like 10 feet in the air or whatever. I mean, It was crazy. And speaking of stages, actually, they had 2 different stages that they performed on, which I thought was really cool, just so you could kind of get a different angle. And one of them was like the huge, big main stage, and one of them was just like a little stage where they did more acoustic stuff. And I just thought it was cool how they mixed it up, kind of, and did one huge stage and then one that was a little bit smaller. And another thing I kind of want to talk about in this section is the lighting and the special effects. If you're afraid of fireworks, probably shouldn't go to this show because there are a lot of fireworks. It was so cool because they actually set them off right behind the stage. So, like, really, really close. And I was actually a little scared. Like, what if the fireworks land over here? But don't be afraid. The fireworks will not land on your head. It's all good. And besides the fireworks, they have one big screen right behind the band, which is normal. And then I liked it because they had two side screens on the sides that were shaped like the logo of the Head Full of Dreams album. And I thought that was pretty cool. And another thing that was shaped like the Head Full of Dreams album was a little pack, I guess you could call it a pack, of balloons that was right behind Coldplay. And they let all the balloons out at the very end. And it was kind of funny because they were just like these huge balloons just flying everywhere. And people were kind of like beach balls at baseball games. And people were just kind of playing with them. And it was just such a fun experience. And you guys need to go. The last thing I want to point out about this performance is the songs that they ended up doing. It was awesome because at some moments you might think that they don't do all the songs, and it's really cool because they make sure that they do them all. They spread them all out. They did a lot of their main songs at the beginning, a few in the middle, and then a couple at the end, and then encore. They really just kind of did rapid fire with a lot of their huge hits. So I really liked how they did that, where you were never just kind of sitting there thinking, oh, I don't even know this song. Because if there's one song you might not know, the next song, chances are you probably know. Guys, so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making this. I hope you guys can make it out to Coldplay wherever you are. It is awesome, completely incredible. So definitely like, subscribe. Let's get 6 likes on this video. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.